Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic Sith Inquisitor Edition. Now, when we left off, I wasn't sick, and over the past week, I believe, I'm actually unsure how long it's been since the last episode, but yes, over the past amount of time, uncertain amount of time, I have been rather sick, and we are, of course, attempting to get back into the rhythm of things. So this will be the first episode in quite some time, and we are going to be making our way over to Hoth. Now, as you can probably see, before we do that, we are going to take a look and see at some of the new gear that I have been able to acquire, because as you may see, we are actually... Wait a minute, I don't think you can actually see that. Oh wait, maybe we can. We are at the Imperial Station right now, because I decided, oh, you know what? It would be a good idea to get some new mods, and as you may also see, if I actually go to my currency, I have no longer any more basic commendations. Well, I had about 160 or something along those lines, and as you can see, I've spent a rather considerable amount of them getting a good amount of very, very nice mods indeed, and as we see here, we have some level 37 ones, which is actually very good. So we won't need to replace those until maybe 48 or something along those lines. I think that would actually be very, very nice indeed. So without further ado, as well as obviously me receiving a die mod, we are, yes, actually going to be traveling to Hoth. Very, very nice indeed. And one of you was kind enough to help me out with the modding as well. So let us, no, we're not going to go to Quesh, thank you very much. We are going to be going to Hoth. And we are going to be preparing to become absolutely blinded by the shocking whiteness of everything over there. And no doubt, oh yes, we're going to be using our ship's intercom as well. So let me move over there. If I actually need to, maybe it will automatically do it for me.
I hope you found some more information on this ghost business, Andronicus.
Look, I've been doing some digging around, and by all accounts, this stuff is more messed up than Tatooine. Pirates run this place, though the Empire and the Republic have dared to move in of late. Still, ships don't land here. The cold is part of it, but there are other rumors. The kind you'd ignore if you had sense.
Fortunately, I'm not interested in sense, only ghosts. What do these rumors say?
There was a light freighter out of Yavin 4, the Star Runner, disappeared over this place. Reported some strange happenings before it did. It was a smuggler vessel, loaded full of ancient junk from Yavin's tombs. If I wanted to catch a ghost, I'd start asking after that ship.
This looks like an excellent opportunity to continue your training, Ashara.
I'm ready, Master.
Hollow Chatter says the Empire's operating in this ice block, so you might try using your new Lord of the Sith authority. Careful though, place is crawling with pirates, and they aren't all as nice as me.
And I'm sure they don't have as nice a voice either. Goodness me, that guy still really does a very good job in my opinion. But nevertheless, we are now going to speak to Sergeant Lauren, or Loren, however you want to say it. And we are going to be seeing the blinding whiteness of Hoth. Oh my. Yes, I did not... Well, I wouldn't say I did not enjoy Hoth when I was playing with Zanval, but I would say that it was not... Well, not good on the eyes, shall we just say. Yes, not good on the eyes. I can only say that, thankfully enough, my brightness, I do believe, is on 50%. I think it's on 50%. I may reduce it a little bit, dependent on if it is too bright. Especially seeing as this is Hoth. We will see very shortly what is going to go down here. Oh my. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Oh, wait a minute. This is the, this is, of course, still the space station. So I do believe I will see if there's actually anything up here that I need to interact with. And if there is, then of course we will do that. But if there isn't, then I will cut away. Oh, never mind. We've actually already arrived by the looks of things. That's very nice indeed. I do like that quite a bit. Yep, nope, there isn't anything here. So that is very good. We are going to be just arriving very, very quickly indeed at Dawn Base, and no doubt we will be speaking to the Sergeant. Yes, thank you very much. Okay, now as you can see, I've also cleared out our inventory somewhat, so that will be a little bit better. Obviously, the people that are having difficulties with some of their OCD tendencies may be now screaming at me, but yes, Time's a-wasting, and I'm gonna have to record some. Yes, that's exactly my point here. So let's head in and speak to Sergeant Loren.
I'm looking for a ship called the Star Runner.
My lord, truly an honor and a surprise. I'm afraid no ships have landed on Hoth in ages, unless it's a crash. Actually, the name Star Runner sounds familiar. If I may ask, what do you need the ship for? You're here on Darth Thanason's behalf, naturally.
That's not yours to know.
Of course, my lord, it was rude of me to ask. Star Runner. Blast. Your ship crashed years ago. It's buried under a few tons of snow by now. Your best bet? No. Give me a few months to get a recovery team on it.
A Sith does what a Sith wants.
Well, I mean, there's an Imperial Reclamation Service team you could take command of, if you wanted. It's just, the lieutenant in charge is a little odd. Too much time digging in tombs, you understand.
I only care that he can find the ship.
Lieutenant Talos Drellick could find a piece of glass in the Tatooine desert, but he's very particular about his work. I'm afraid I can't call Lieutenant Drellick. The weather on Hoth is bad for communications. The team's way out in the way searching for some mythical Sith temple on Hoth of all places. Good luck, my lord.
Interesting. He is actually looking for the temple itself. Well, we are going to be heading out there and actually tracking him down. This actually makes me feel like this might be the next companion. What do you guys think? Is this going to be the next... Oh, wait a minute. Ashara has something to say over here. Aha. Let's speak to her and see what she has to say, actually. I think that would be a rather nice idea.
No, this isn't right. What am I doing? I'm not dark side. I'm not Sith.
You seemed pretty dark-side when you murdered your enemies in rage.
They were Sith. If I let them live, I'm responsible for all the other people they murder. As a Jedi, I've sworn to end this war, even if I have to kill every Sith in the galaxy. There can never be peace in the galaxy as long as the Sith exist. The Sith thrive on endless war.
On the contrary, the Sith Empire is destroying itself with its ceaseless warmongering. That is why I want to change it.
You can't change the dark side.
There are more ways to be Sith than there are to be Jedi. Some of us are quite sane and capable of seeing that this war benefits no one.
So what do you propose? How will you change the Empire?
By any means necessary.
I see. I'll follow you, for now. But in training they warned us that entangling with monsters, we risk becoming monsters ourselves. I will not go against the Jedi teachings or my conscience. But I'll do what I can.
Well, she may be having some slight issues with some of the choices that I may make in the near future, because of course, as she is still technically wanting to be light side, we are going to have a couple of difficulties with her, perhaps. She is going to not like us that much, in my opinion. Or at least I feel as though that will be the case, considering I do like to get my lightning out every now and again. As we know, I did shock her, and a few of you were, yes, not too happy about that. And, well, thinking about it, I thought to myself, what better way to convert an apprentice to the dark side than showing them a slice of the power that they would otherwise be able to hold as long as they join us. Isn't that something to think about? I think that might actually be a very logical way of going about things. But, as it happens, oh my, this might be a little tricky here. Okay, let's go to the transport service. Let's have a look here. Forward bunker speeder. Okay, we'll take this. And I'll see you in just a moment. And we have reached the area where we must invade, I suppose, and attempt to track down Talos Drellick. I am going to be using my rocket boost a little bit here. Now, do bear in mind, I actually am feeling like Hoth isn't that bright in comparison to last time, so I'm not entirely sure what was going on there, but maybe we have not come across the freshest of snow just yet. Maybe that will be the case. But anyway, I do believe he is... Yes, he is just down here. That is actually a little bit worrying. That huge magnet type thing. Oh my goodness, yes. That's not going to fall on us anytime soon, but you never know. There could be some accidents that can happen. But nevertheless, I'm actually wondering what kind of race Talos actually is. Let's take a look. Seems like a human to me.
We're close, boys. We'll find that temple. I can feel it. Rogers, no cutting corners. Don't forget the salt. Salt's not the best solution, but it's the only thing that doesn't freeze out here, and solid footing is a must.
I'm looking for Lieutenant Talos Drellick of the Imperial Reclamation Service.
My lord, I am honored. I heard you single-handedly unearthed artifacts of the Great Tulak Horde. I'm a Naga Sadar man myself, but I'd love to compare notes. What brings you to Hoth, and how may I be of service?
I'm taking over this team in order to locate a ship called the Star Runner.
A ship. Not usually our line, but let's hear it. Maybe we can help. A bit new for the Reclamation Service, but artifacts. And a ghost. I've heard that the dead talk down in the tombs, but to see one, oh. I wonder if it'd be possible to make a hollow image.
I imagine it would depend on the light.
Yes, darker would be better. Engineer Sorrel, do we have any probes that aren't frozen solid?
Shalora works as good as any in these conditions, sir. She may not look like much, but she's got heart.
If my guess is correct, the captain would have launched a distress beacon before the crash, which would give us a line on the ship.
Not a bad idea.
Beware, my lord. The cold's master out here. My boys and I are going to shift camp. Try to get a better communication setup going. But let us know if you find anything.
I see. So he is not coming with us. That is a little bit disappointing, I have to admit. I was hoping that he would make this a little bit easier on me. But it appears that will not be the case this time around. So, without further ado, I'm going to just take a look at where I need to go. Okay, so, yeah, it is a little bit of time away, so I will be cutting away once again. And I will see you once we arrive near the first bearing. And as we approach the first bearing, we have actually seen, oh my, that there are some elite sneaky ice cats. Okay, well, let's try and avoid that, shall we?
My lord.
Attempting to find bearing. Over that way? Aha! Okay, so over that way. Right. Okay, yeah, we're going to be heading over. I must say that this is actually a very nice area. If it wasn't blinding me to hell and back, I would say that this is actually very cool. As you can see, this is a frozen over lake, and you have the glaciers in the distance, and you have, obviously, these enemies, obviously, which we're going to be killing very, very soon. We're going to be actually going into stealth here and attempting to get some nice stealth kills going on. I think that would actually be rather cool. Yeah, let's deal some damage. Shock him. Oh, an ambusher. He came out of nowhere.
I can do anything.
There we go. Very nice indeed. Okay, so now we can take the second bearing. Locked onto signal and found bearing. Triangulate the beacon's coordinates. Okay, let's do that, shall we? Ah, just over here as well. Very nice indeed. I like it when it's close by. Let's see here. I think that should be good.
Go against my teachings.
Signal too weak. How about here? There we are. Recover the distress beacon. No doubt I'm going to have to head back to where Talos is after this as well. I would appreciate it if he would actually come along with me, considering I am a Lord of the Sith. Zainash is a Lord of the Sith, and I feel as though it would be only natural for him to accompany us, but nevertheless, we are perfectly fine, and we will be recovering this now.
This is Captain Quellen of the Star Runner. SOS. I repeat, SOS. We're caught in Hoth's gravitational pull and falling fast. Strange events date back 2 weeks. Yavin 4 artifacts, believed to be the source. Something has taken control of the ship. To whomever finds this message, burn this vessel. Don't look inside. Don't touch it. Burn it!
Lieutenant Drellick really is something else. Could find a wampa hair in a snowdrift, I bet.
It still doesn't tell me where the ship is.
No, but we have a bearing from the beacon launch. And those tracks. Somebody beat us to this thing. Lieutenant, sir. We found the beacon, but no ship. There's some light tracks, though. Appear to be a few days old.
Have Shalora zoom in, Sorrel. I've been studying alien tracks since I was old enough to know a Twi'lek from a Toccata. Ortolan. I'd know them if they were 6 days old and covered in jam. Those are Ortolan tracks.
I'll be sure to look for you next time my ship's galley is invaded by a pack of Ortolans.
That's a good one. I'll have to remember that next time the Imperial Reclamation Service Trackers Committee meets. It looks like those Ortolans dug something up. Possibly a clue to the ship's location. Sorrel, where's the nearest Ortolan camp?
It's a ways beyond the next outpost. But the tracks look headed in the right direction.
Well, might be time to put on your best diplomatic face, my lord. Ortolans don't like outsiders much, but it looks like they're the key to finding our ghost.
A little lightning will break them. It always does.
Well, it sounds a little gruesome, but who am I to question a master's methods? I'll have Sorrel bring the beacon to the base. Between it and the Ortolans, we're bound to have a breakthrough. We'll be there when you're through dealing with the Ortolans.
Ah, excellent. So they are going to be meeting us this time, which is actually very good of them, isn't it? Okay, so basic commendations, very nice indeed. 12 of them, 176,000 experience. We did actually level up from Exploring Hoth, believe it or not. So, yeah, we are level 40 now, and almost level 41. Well, almost there, just a little bit over half. And we are now going to be heading onward as well. So let's take a look at where I actually need to go. Okay, a little bit of a way away, so I am going to be cutting away once again, and I will see you once we arrive at the Ortolan encampment. And as we approach the cave, we are, well, rather scared because there are a lot of elite champion scavenging wampas around here. I had to avoid a couple of them, as well as some Tauntauns who were trying to attack us. Now, it appears as though we are going to have to deal with these fellows in a rather aggressive manner. I'm not entirely sure whether I need to do this, to be honest. They are very small, after all, but they do seem to have a rather considerable amount of experience to be gained from the bonus mission, perhaps. And they have quite a bit of HP as well. What's going on with that? Maybe what we should do is go into stealth and attack the next group, and then just stealth by all of the rest. That seems to be a good plan, in my opinion. There we are. Ooh, 1,000 damage from that. That is so, so nice. There we are. Thank you. That is the bonus mission done very, very quickly indeed. However, we did take a huge amount of damage, as you can see. We have 8,104 HP, which I do believe is a lot better than we had previously. I think we had 6.6 or something along those lines, but nevertheless, now is time to go into stealth and to make our way over to the chief. Oh, there only appears to be 2 other units there, so okay. Well, maybe not necessarily the most worth it to kill those guys, but never mind. So, let's speak to the chief and see what he has to say.
I'm looking for the remains of a ship called the Star Runner, which you took from the distress beacon site. It is truly an honor to meet one such as yourself.
No offense, but Master, why can't you Sith just become one with the Force when you die?
I will release you when I've defeated my enemy. What exactly does this entail? Consideration is not enough. I want your word.
Ooh, very well. They have a very unique way of speaking, that's all I can say. And now we must head back to Talos Drellic once again. And he is no doubt going to be talking to us about a certain amount of course, a certain amount of attacks that are no doubt going to be happening against us right now. Of course, yes. So we are going to be taking these guys out with Lacerate, thank you very much. And then we can just deal with this guy. 1,000 damage from a shock. That is wonderful. I love that. So, let's use our rocket boost to catch up a little bit here as well. And I'm actually wondering where Talos is going to be. He's going to be that way. Right, okay. Well, without further ado, I am going to be ending this episode off here, and next time on Star Wars The Old Republic, we will be moving on over to Talos Drellic, who is actually quite far away by the looks of things, and no doubt we will be heading into the temple and desecrating it. So, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.